feed steer a lot. The lot itself isn't bigger, but this is where I keep the bigger end of the calves. And I say steer a lot, but these guys aren't steers yet. We figured out a few years back that if we wait to castrate these guys until they're about 10, 11 months old, that it cuts way down on our problems with kidney stones. Back when we were cutting at branding time, it seems like we were hauling, 8, 10 of these a year to town for kidney stone problems. And usually you wind up losing some. But we figured out that if you leave them bull, go ahead and let that penis and urethra grow a little bit before you cut them. It greatly reduces the problems you have with kidney stones. It does create some other problems. It's like running an entire herd of bulls. For people that raise bulls, any quantity of them anyway, know that comes with its own set of problems. They think they're bulls. They act like bulls. You know, they'll pick one guy out and they might ride him. If you don't get him peeled off and put separately, they might ride him plumb to death. Ride him down anyway, to where he's plumb weak, so you got to watch for that. Haven't had much of that this winter yet. It's still January, so the closer we get to March, the more they think they're going to be bulls. We do wind up sorting out half a dozen of these calves to keep as bulls. We found that we can raise a decent enough bull from our own stock. It saves us quite a bit of money. We don't use them as yearling bulls. We run them all the way out to a 2-year-old before we put them with anything. And by the time they get that old, you realize whether they're going to be the type of animal that you want breeding your cattle. And if one doesn't make the cut on what you expect for body shape, body size, attitude, you can run him back through the chute and cut it. You got a steer and you're not out $5,000-6,000 on a bull. Putting quite as much feed in these feeders as in my other lot because there's more calves in with the smaller size bunch over there. So I'll go ahead and put what I want in these feeders here, and then I'll carry the excess over and put it back in the other group. I need to get that group in and actually cut about 15 and 20 big ones out of that group and put them in here. But we want to be careful doing that too, because anytime you introduce new calves into a herd of little bulls like this, sometimes you get that riding problem. They know they're different, and they pick one out and start riding on them. You gotta watch it. Little update on the ground here. That part of the pile that I was looking at the other day thinking it was too fine, it was. But I noticed as I got deeper into the pile, switching the hammers around in the grinder actually helped the fineness of the grind. It's actually cutting instead of, beating it into submission, if that makes any sense. And then I started introducing a little bit more grass hay into the mix. So I didn't wind up putting our 5-inch screen back in. I'm still running the 3s. Just putting a hair more grass hay with it than I was. And like I say, getting the hammers tipped over, we're getting a better grind on it. This is the worst part about bottomless feeders. Instead of a fence line bunk, is this coming back around and filling from the other side, which you wouldn't have to. If you're more careful, you can pretty much get these bunks full from one side, but there's always that one little spot there next to the edge on the other side where you're not getting feed. One of the disadvantages of these feeders. But for our little operation here, we're willing to put up with that.